kid down there in Florida.
Yeah, he sure is. Yep.
And I bet old Angel's gonna like him. He has to send that old Mercury back down there. That old amplifier's gonna tattletale on him again.
Is that any better right now? Did that help you out, make you happy?
Wow. I reckon that, yeah, you back in there now.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm in like Flint again, over.
Oh, man, yeah.
He had to hit the reset button.
Winner, chicken dinner, as Layton says.
Winner, chicken dinner.
I just had to hit that button on the right because I just didn't want to talk real loud. When you hit that button on the right, it cuts out stuff. Crap you don't want to hear.
Right.
And then when you cut it back on, then you have to listen to crap.
Oh, okay, that is what they call it, the crap switch?
Yeah, I got a crap switch on mine.
Oh, wow, the old clap.
Don't make me hit it again.
Hit the mute button.
Damn.
KN4 is at 11 o'clock.
AC4XC at the same time.
KM4GQ. W4JMK.
K4WO.
You found anything with that metal detector, Justin? So what, Don? You found anything with that metal detector?
I sold that thing.
Did you?
Yeah.
I come real close to buying one last night.
I'm gonna buy me another one. Hell, our old neighbor over here, he wanted it. Hell, it's too damn cold for me. So I sold it to him there. I'll get me another one here springtime. Hard to dig out there right now, anyway. Oh, Lord, yeah, Lord, you'd have to dig through about 12 inches of snow first. Yeah, and then the frozen ground. Yeah. See jobs where I had to take one of them air spades out there where the ground was froze.
Tweedly-dee, tweedly-dum.
Who's dumb?
What are you doing, lady?
Oh, I'm just sitting here going through, looking online. What you doing over there, Jerry Lee? You finally get that switch installed and got everything set up like you want?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I did. You know, that night I told you I was going to put that thing, and I did. I stayed up to about 3 o'clock in the morning and got that thing moved around, rerouted my wires, took some zip ties and made them look neat going up into those switches and made it look right nice.
That's all right, man. Roger.
I got my cover in for my 710 yesterday, and it looks good sitting on that 710, don't it?
Roger. Yeah, I got my DX10 one on the 710. I just swap them back and forth.
Oh, you didn't get one for the 710?
Oh, not yet. Maybe a little later. We'll see. I just got one for that 811 here. Last one I got.
What do you need? I saw that, and that looked really nice. That makes me want to get one for the Mercury.
Yeah, get one for that one, get one for that AO572.
What y'all talking about? What you need?
Them covers, dust covers for the radio.
Oh, yeah, the one like I sent you?
Yeah, well, yes, similar. These are made out of vinyl, and the lettering on them is really exquisite. They done a really good job doing the print on the front of these.
How you like that one I sent you?
You ain't sent it to me yet, Doc.
Yeah, that was one of them we call like SpongeBob imagination covers.
Yeah, Don, remember you forgot to put it in the box, Doc.
I did. I'll give it to you.
All right. Well, I know. I'll be surprised and be happy when I get it. Cover up that 7610.
Yep, I did. Thank you. Did you ever get them two Moto phones in the mail yet?
No, I sure didn't. The last couple of days, I told you I finally found them, and I'll try to get them in there tomorrow's Friday. Maybe Monday before I even get them in there.
Oh, okay. Going on. I just didn't know if you didn't send them off or not. You know, I know we've had some bad weather.
Yes, I found two of them. I found, I got the Motorola, which is a brand new one, and it's never been used. And then I got I believe it's LG, I think.
Roger on life is good.
Yeah. And you bound to be able to use one of them. Well, I know you use Motorola. It's ready to go.
Roger.
It's still in it's still in the box.
That'd be all right. Be awesome.
And I'm gonna sell it to you for a mere $365.
Man, well, I tell you what, that steak dinner will be $367, and you owe me $2.
That's the way it goes, ain't it?
I think I'm gonna fix this old Liquor Boy 676 that I had back in the '60s when I was playing rock and roll. And it's got a transformer in it. It's got a low Z and high Z transformer in it.
What's he talking about?
Oh, he's talking about his microphone, his old ribbon microphone. He says he's gonna tie it, when he mounts it, he's gonna put a big old bow up there and talk on it.
Yeah, it needs something. It works, it just don't have the output, but I didn't know. I went and looked at the schematic on the mic. It's got a transformer. It's got a high Z, high Z, low Z inputs.
Roger.
I got one in circular RCA. That's what we use.
Roger on circular RCA.
You remember them? Ron? I must be on my special button again.
Yeah, you went down in the mud again.
No, you didn't.
I reckon Ron don't like RCA.
I was just kidding.
No, that Liquor Boy was a good microphone back in the day. I ain't kidding.
Yeah, it was made right there probably in Tennessee.
It's the lead singer's mic, and I wound up with it.
Roger on you, the lead singer. What band?
No, I wasn't the lead singer. I said it was his mic, and I wound up with it somehow or another.
Oh, okay, got you, Roger.
I knew he didn't sing. He can barely play the guitar.
Oh, man. Boy, I tell you what, I wouldn't take that, Ron. I'd have to stick up on say something about that.
You an instigator, ain't you?
Nah, we all at different levels. No matter how good you are, if somebody standing on the street corner down in Nashville and play circles around you.
That's right, Roger.
You know, I was just kidding. You're a good one. You're a very good musician.
No. Just play. I'm just average.
But hey, y'all talk about Nashville. Did y'all see the school shooting over there in Nashville? What's going on with them people over there, man? They're all flipping their lids these days.
No, it's Antioch. And Antioch and Noble Road is just about all, well, I won't say illegals, but there's a lot of illegals. There's hardly anybody there that speaks English there for about a couple of miles, and Antioch High School is a school.
Oh, okay. Roger, yeah. Maybe they're having gang fights over there.
I don't know, maybe like at the other high school, you may never hear the truth of it. I mean, they still sitting on that information where that that girl that claimed to be a guy that killed all them people, and they still sitting on that manifesto.
Yeah, I heard the shooter today, they said actually shot one female, and I think maybe injured a few others and turned around and killed his own self.
Yeah, they don't want to tell that when it's Ron was talking about. They don't want to tell the details on it because that was, he.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, they're probably hiding something, or it's not politically correct. They didn't want to talk about it.
Well, Vanderbilt Hospital show goes to them. They make big money trying to change a little boy into a girl, and then they have to be treated for the rest of their life.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, that's true. Each area is different, you know. I think one lady, there's shootings and killings around here today. I was reading about there's one neighborhood, it's not such a bad neighborhood. They found him dead in his front yard. Somebody rode by and shot him. Killed him graveyard dead. Then another one, lady and a man, they got together on Messenger Facebook or some kind of dating, and she went off with the dude and ended up he killed her and dumped her off in the woods.
That must have been either Lumberton or Pembroke.
No, this was in Fayetteville.
Oh my goodness.
I wasn't Pembroke. I'm just talking about my little community around here in my county.
Them Indians in Lumbees and them Pembroke, they get to carrying on. It's turned loose, ain't it?
Yeah, they got their issues down there. I was just talking about issues here in my little county there, Roger.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you got some up there around your neck of the. Charlotte probably makes our community look like Sunday school.
You are correct there. You are right about that. Charlotte's about like Atlanta.
Yeah.
It is just a death trap.
Yeah, I can imagine. I know Atlanta probably makes Charlotte look like Sunday school too.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. And I at Red Cross, it's just quiet and easy.
Yeah.
I run this place.
I heard that. Or at least Virginia lets you think you run the place.
Yeah.
We know the real deal, Pa Daddy.
True that.
True that.
I don't know what it is about these cities, though. They grow and grow and grow, and they go from, just basic American principles, and then they turn into some kind of leftist utopia. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, Memphis and Nashville's a perfect example of that.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad Memphis was until a few years ago. I thought old Memphis was like, since the home of Elvis Presley, it was a quiet community. But man, they got some bad juju going on there too. It's almost like South Chicago side on some of the stuff I heard. Nashville, you always used to think Nashville was home of the country music, It was a good city back at the time, but they say it's kind of raunchy now too.
Yeah, Leighton, I'm with you. I thought the same way. Even when I was up there, I thought it was. But now I've heard some nightmares about Memphis and Nashville.
Yeah, they're bad areas.
Memphis is a murder capital of the United States.
I can believe that now from what I've seen and heard from friends I've talked to up there that's in the business, and I'm telling you, it's gone hell in a handbasket, hasn't it?
We played down there like for 8 years. I ain't kidding you, man. We got all the way back to the motel. We stayed at Mississippi, but just straight on out Elvis Presley Boulevard. You cross over the line, and we stayed right in that area.
Camp 4 is at 11 after.
But anyway,
AC4XD.
It's a rough place. Man, you don't want to be caught down there at nighttime. Of course, we didn't get there playing 1 o'clock in the morning, then have to drive down Elvis Presley Boulevard or take the interstate. So we took the interstate, thought it'd be safer than that burn, man. They ganged our car, man. We like not got out of there.
Any musicians up there going to be busy till 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning if they got a job.
Some good people down there, though. Like Ben Colley and them boys, Blues Brothers guys, and all that mess. That's really nice playing down there. Enjoyed it thoroughly. It was great crowds down there, man. We had like 5,000 people a lot of time down there.
I know you did enjoy it.
Yeah, I can remember Nashville Now television network, man. That was a really cool program, And then it after they sold it, when they sold it to another network, it just went terrible. There wasn't much difference between that and that old crazy mess from MTV.
Well, that's that way with every network now. There used to be all independent stations, Leighton, and all your big markets are owned by corporations. You can count them on the fingers of one hand.
Yeah, you're exactly right on that. I seen where George Soros, he got a bunch of radio stations bought. He's got the big bucks. He went and bought get his message across. He done went and bought a bunch of AM stations and FM stations, and they did a fast track. The FCC did, and they were telling them that normally they don't do that, but since he had the hookup, I think they hurried up that sales real quick.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, Roger, he's about 90-some-year-old.
He just got pardoned.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is the money man, all right.
They say he's a pussycat compared to his son. It says his son is 4 times worse than he is. And his son's young. He's like in his mid-30s, might be 40.
Oh, he might not make it to 50.
they put the herd on Elon showing that deal about like Hitler and stuff like that. But you know what gets me is they cut the audio. He was saying put his hand on his heart and said, "We love you," and he swung his hand out, and they're trying to say he was saluting Hitler. That's a total lie. And they don't play the audio that he's saying, "I love you," when he does that.
He was doing the German Nazi salute. Is what they're saying here. But you got to admit, it did look just like that's what he was doing now.
Well, Ronnie, you don't hear the latest too. They just announced today that CNN has just laid off of hundreds and hundreds of people, and also there was some kind of complaint filed with ABC, CBS, and NBC. They're getting ready to open investigations against all those TV networks too, and they're hurting too because a lot of those anchors that were getting paid big money from MSNBC, some of them lost $20 million to keep their jobs, and there's some of them, I think the president of one of them, I think they end up resigning, and they got a big shakeup after the election, and the way the people voted this last go-around. It's really changed a lot of people's outlook, and even the news, they got caught lying and with the britches down. They have no credibility, which they haven't had in years, but boy, they're hurting big time. And wish they should.
Well, there are subscribers on YouTube that have got more viewers than CNN.
Yeah, true. Well, CNN, you know, back in the day, back in the 80s, CNN was kind of the, everybody looked up to CNN, especially during the Iraq War. Back in Desert Storm, they were the only one out there on the ground, most likely doing news reports. And then all of a sudden, after Trump, somehow when some knucklehead got in charge of CNN, and then when Trump after that, they've been down on the downfall ever since then. They were already downfalling because back in the 80s there was nothing but CNN and headline news on late night, regular over the air stations. But now they crossed the line. They quit doing journalism and they put their political views in it, and they have no credibility anymore. And people just ain't going for that no more. And plus, there's more competition, like you said, with podcasting, and everybody got these other types of sources of news. They're old school. That's why they're losing money. People don't want to hear that garbage no more. They want to hear the truth, not biasing.
Well, back in those days, Layton, I was, like I said, I did the consumer satellite.
Got radio playing now.
We sit there and watch Desert Storm. I watched the backhaul news feeds on Desert Storm. And then I turn around and watch it.
What was that crap?
And they would...
Dang, what's going on? Somebody's tired of hearing it.
Firsthand, the actual news feed.
Probably so.
And let me tell you something. After that, I became very suspicious of the media 100%. And that was what, 90, 91, 92, sometime in that time frame?
Roger. Yeah, I reckon we got the formers all tore up from the floor, so I'll go ahead and stand by and leave all that trip wires alone. It's tripping the wrong people.
Hey, Layton.
Yeah, man.
40 meters. Looks like it moved up to 80.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, Roger.
Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck you all.
I'm playing that old music.
God.
I hate all of you. Something you all. I hate you too, and I hate you too.
The only thing I can think is fuck you all.
Oh, man.
When you tell me what to do.
Wow. Well, it's speaking the truth.
Yeah, let's sing with them.
Fuck you all. Fuck you all. I hate all of you, so yeah. Fuck you.
That's the way I feel.
Yeah, Roger.
Same to you there, Hoss.
Oh, well.
They really have my big signal like Don's got there, Roger.
Yeah.
I think we get the point.
And that's and that's the intelligence of a whole lot of folks.
Yeah, you're talking about low IQ. That is seriously a low IQ individual.
I agree with you 150%. That's the only way they know to express themselves, but that's okay, I reckon. Do your best you can do.
Well, I know one thing there, Layton.
You getting ready to go to bed?
No, he ain't on no 710
No, it sure ain't. That's right.
because that 710 can't transmit that.
Yeah, Roger. He's probably on them Flecko radios or a non or something.
Yeah.
With a kazoo mic.
With a kazoo mic.
I didn't have time to memorize the song so I could sing it.
Yeah, I think it's a Fox uniform, everybody.
Yeah, that's what I gathered. That's you all. That's the way I gathered it. You reckon he's talking about me too?
I believe we all fit in that. We're probably fitting in that category, Pa Daddy.
I can tell you some stories, but I won't over there.
I'm gonna sign here in a little while, and he can play on until morning if he wants to. I don't care.
I don't care if he burns his stuff up.
Me neither.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Well, Giz, when you getting your Flex back online?
Probably tomorrow. I think I played with this enough. I'm still looking for more answers, but that's an ongoing thing.
Okay, gotcha, Roger.
I got to call one of my buddies there tomorrow and find out about the voice. There was a voice recorder. You hook up your USB cable to this radio right here, then hook up the cable to your computer, and then you can record it that way.
Oh, okay, Roger.
But I'm doing research on that.
I heard that. I tell you what, it don't take up much real estate, does it?
No, it don't. And it goes right along with the 9700.
Oh, yeah, Roger. I'm kind of surprised you didn't go with the 7300. You'd have matching radios.
Nah. This one's got more bells and whistles than the 7300.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think every new ham has to start out with a 7300 and a G5RV.
Yeah, well, I know the receiver is not as good as the 710, but Giz got that 9700. It'd match up right nice with that that 7300. ZZ at 21 after the hour, if I didn't do that already.
I'll go along with you, KM4GQ.
Hey,
Jerry?
KJ4IAK.
Hey, Doc.
I hit the wrong button. Do it again.
She is.
Hello, Marie.
Hello. Watched all my shows, ate my dinner. So I thought I'd say something to you guys before I have to go to bed.
Well, come on in the house.
Jerry Lee, you out there? I guess he ain't. Hey, Layton.
Hello, Marie. How you doing?
What are you up to?
Oh, not much. Just drinking a glass or a bottle of H2O.
Oh, very good. I do that quite often.
I drink a 2-liter Coke, or at least one a day.
Yeah, I try to try to drink all the water I can. I don't probably drink more than I should, but I tell you what, water sure make you feel better.
Yeah, it will. I got a little point for y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
For anybody in a snowy area right now.
Yeah, I think there's a few of us in snowy areas.
Okay, well we have been. In South Georgia is. But here's my statement.
Okay.
No, everybody listening?
Oh yeah, you got the floor.
No zoomy zoom on the slicky slick, or you will go boomy boom in the ditchy ditch.
Oh
and
my, you're that didn't you get?
In this cold, snowy stuff.
All right. I'll make sure I don't slip in the snow.
We ain't been nowhere today. We stayed right here to the house.
How much snow did you get, William?
about 3.5 inches or so.
Wow.
Don't slip and slide.
My son's still working. He's been working for the last 30 hours plus right now. Dad, and he ain't been home and he ain't been to sleep. I've been keeping up with him. I've been texting him out every so often. He's wore slap out to a thread, but he's got to keep her going.
I hope he can take a break.
They don't, you know, they ain't, like I said, he ain't had no sleep in, a day and a half now, better.
What does he do, William?
He works for Georgia DOT.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they working them boys today, especially they ain't got the equipment down there they got up north.
Yeah, we do.
We don't have down here, all we got down here is just a plain road grader that we got to plow snow with.
Yeah, we got a bunch of snowplow trucks with salt feeders on the back.
We built Glen Cliff Elementary School. There was a bunch of stuff on the road like that, and this boy got out there on a bobcat going to clean it off where you pulled out the job site, and you got out there on that bobcat flying down through there, man. I mean, he was getting it in that bobcat. And hit a manhole cover, man. Stopped that bobcat dead in his tracks. like it broke his neck.
Hey, we got salt trucks down here. We don't have no regular snow plows or anything like that. All that's up in North Georgia.
Yeah, I've been behind 2 or so rolling down the interstate.
2 railroad ties and a cross member, make like a triad, and hook it to a chain behind your tractor with some chains on it. You'd be surprised what you can clear with.
There's plenty of cross ties down here laying beside the railroad tracks, brand spanking new ones. I'm surprised some of these rednecks down here haven't stole the dang things.
I think that's a felony.
It is a felony. They'll burn your tail a new one. I got some cross ties in my yard, but it didn't come from there.
We made the planters out there at Opryland out of those cross ties, you know, those planters in the park, and we had to cut them into different shapes and everything. We used a partner saw to do that, which is not a chainsaw, you know, but they throw a lot of sawdust, and I had on a T-shirt. My T-shirt had a hole in it out there, sweating hot. And I was which I didn't cut but a few, because I was carpentering, but then I had nothing else to do. So they said, well, Ron, go out there and cut some cross ties. I went out there and I was cutting and doing some of them planters out there, and you drill them, drive rebar in them to hold them together. And anyhow, make a long story short, and the next morning when I woke up, man, I had whelps on me, size of $half where that chrysos went through them holes in that T-shirt. I had to go to the doctor and miss a day or two's work and everything on account of that.
That chrysos will eat you alive.
That sawdust from that partner saw went right through that hole in my T-shirt, man. That stuff like to eat me up.
That's the reason why them men make sure they got gloves on when they Mr. Cross ties. No holes in their clothes.
Well, about Leighton talking earlier, talking about this treated lumber, talking about lumber, you know, there's arsenic in your treated wood up the wing, about 2008 or something, and I can't think of the exact date, but they quit putting it in there. You buy that stuff now. It's always been bad about shrinking and checking and stuff because it's green and they put that stuff in there under pressure, you know, where they impregnate this wood. And it's fascinating, man, but this stuff now, man, it'll rot. I tell you what, it's just about a waste of time for buying it. It's a crooked warp. You got to band it, tie it, bolt it, screw it, nail it, do everything you do, try to keep it down. And even then, it'll rot overnight now. It's nothing near as good as it used to be as far as durability.
Not even that yellow wood as good as it used to be. You know that company I'm talking about, Yellowwood?
Yeah, you talking about out of Alabama?
I guess that's where it's come from, but that's what we had to get when I was staying with my daughter. My son had to build me a deck and a ramp. I had to go get the money, and I had to go borrow the money from the bank to be able to so I could get back to my house, get in my house. Because I didn't have no way of getting in, because I was in a wheelchair. But I tell you what, that 12 or 12 in the ramp, that wood was kind of costly.
I got 40 or 50 foot of steel walkways, aluminum walkways, aluminum landings, and everything else with handrails and everything you'd need. So if you ever get in shape again, if you have some way to get them, holler at me. I'll take care of it.
I need something like that for the back porch, but I got a little small stoop back there right now for the time being, but I need something like that for the back door.
Well, I got 10-foot section of steel walkway that you can put out of the bed of your truck and drive a tractor in it, and you ain't gonna bend them.
That's heavy duty stuff.
And 4ZZ 30 after.
I mean, you know, I got a little time in them, but that's about it. Going out there and getting them. They was given to me, and they are new. They're not rusty. They're not damaged. They're like brand new. K4WO. I can sell the aluminum out of these ramps. The ones that's aluminum, God knows what it's worth.
That type style aluminum is probably more expensive. You know, I save the aluminum myself for the tins is concerned. And that's not bringing about 35 or 40 cents a pound.
William, these got handrails that bolt on them. You can adjust the height on them. They can turn at any angle. You can come out 20 feet and turn at a 45 or a 90 degree or whatever you want. It's got the platform made to do the turn with, and then another about 30 or 40 feet below that, and legs to support them, and the whole shebang. I mean, I've got a ton of that stuff left from jobs out here.
Of course, I've known that before I built up that one out there in the front. But anyway, I got to turn this heater down. It's getting that little heater is getting this room not warm but hot. There's 86 degrees in there.
Oh, it's nice in here. I got it 73.
I just reached over there and turned the thermostat back on that little heater. I bought me one of them little heaters. You got the blower panel on it from, where was that? It came from Timu. I didn't think it'd be worth the flip, but that daggone thing will run you out of here.
Roger, it'll put some heat out.
And it's so quiet you don't even know it's on.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting me one of them heat. I think it's a radiated heater. It's got the oil in it. Have you ever had one like that?
Yeah, I have one like that's what's in Diane's bedroom lately. It's probably the best heater I've ever owned. Takes forever now. Take it an hour and a half to get the room up to temperature, but buddy, it'll hold it just like a rock, and it'll run you. This last night, 8 degrees, it'll run you out of there.
Yeah, Roger. I've been thinking about trying one of them. I've always had the ones with the heating element in it, but those I've heard are pretty good.
That one I'm thinking about, you see advertised on television. It's got the plug-in on the back side of it. You just plug it in the wall, and it's got little mount thing that when you plug it in, it's got something to support the supports on the back of it. It's got 4 little knobby type supports that go up towards over the cover and everything. And they said they works real good. I wouldn't mind having one of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it was like $29.95 or something like that.
Roger. Every one I've ever had that had the fan with a heating element, boy. I've had one that's real small. It was a 1500 watt. It didn't take much real estate up. Boy, I tell you, it'll run you out. But I've always wanted to try one of those radiator heaters that had the oil in it. I heard they were pretty good, and they were probably a lot more efficient than the regular old heating element with the fan in it.
Yeah, I got a friend that got one of them, got the oil in it. He told me about. He said when you turn it on, you can see your light meter start picking up speed.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, they all gonna do that. I mean, they're all heated by nichrome or some sort of element like that. But I mean, and like it or not, really, truthfully, energy-wise, as far as actual wattage it uses and delivers, a nichrome wire heater is one of the most efficient heaters there are.
Roger. Yeah, they use nichrome wire in toasters too. A lot of toasters have nichrome wire.
You ever seen a toaster that only has elements on one side? I'm talking about you got a slot would fit your toast in. The inside of the toaster is none on that wire you're talking about. All on the wires on the right side of the piece of toast, or on the other side. If you put your toast in on the left side, the wires on the left side of the toast. If you at the other side of your toasted, you have to get popped up, you have to turn it around and put your toast in on the turn it around so you have toast the other side of your bread. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that sounds like one of them Biden toasters. It's part of the new green scam.
Yeah, I bought this here at the Wally World, and I can't remember what the name brand of this thing is, but it's not an off brand. You know, you would think you'd toast both sides of the bread at one time.
Yeah, well, every one I've ever had always had those nichrome wire on both sides. That must be one of them the new Biden special editions. Go ahead.
Yeah, Biden Harris. And they don't know which end's up.
Roger, that's it. Roger.
Still got one with 4 slices in it. It's got the nichrome both sides of it since the 70s. She's still going.
Crazy as a loon.
Yeah, too.
That's a special edition, Jerry.
Especially knows which hand's up.
You know which hand's up, Jerry? No, you don't.
I got to come out of the woodwork. Where did Don go?
I'm right here. You want to start acting like you did about 4 or 5 months ago. You know, act like a butt.
Boss.
I ain't done a dang thing to you, but, you know, I ain't going to take your bullshit.
Oh, Lordy. Tough man on the air.
No more than some of the stuff you do on the air. Vulgar mouth.
Who's that to? Me or Jerry Lee?
Jerry Lee, your pa daddy.
Oh, Pa Daddy, okay.
The big Christian man supposed to be going to church on Sunday and then comes in and talks about women. I like to see her. She need to turn that thing around so I can see it all. That shows what kind of man you are.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I wonder if your wife knows about how you talk about other women. You're supposed to be faithful to one woman, not to somebody else.
Oh, my goodness.
Hypocrite.
Yep, throwing rocks.
I think for the most part, we all know it's in fun. Most of it is.
I think all of it is. I don't think there's a single person on here that lives like that or acts like that. It's just joking around is one thing, and being serious is another.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's all supposed to be in fun.
I know he don't do no wrong. He's just perfect. When he gets to the pearly gate, they gonna open the door and say, "Come on in, boy. You've been a good boy for all these years."
Well, that's true, Judge. I don't know. I'm not gonna pass judgment on nobody else. That's between them and God.
I ain't passing judgment. I'm just going by the fruits I hear. Fruits you bear, that tells a lot right there. I'm not perfect neither. I bug a few saucers and a few glass bowls. And as far as my wife is concerned, I don't do crap like some of that stuff he does, but that's him and his business. Whatever. He can talk to me fine one time, and all of a sudden now he wants to act like a butt. That don't matter to me, big boy. Hey, do what you want to do.
Don't worry, I will.
I even tried to speak to you a while ago, trying to be nice to you and say hello. You didn't more acknowledge me than a man in the moon.
10-4 is Z40.
And 40 each.
Before I do that again.
What's going on?
Yo. William, I'm going to tell you something. Jerry's one of, and I say this out of my own background and knowledge, Jerry's one of the most caring people I've run into as a ham operator. Period. That's the end of that, and that's the truth. And I'll tell you that for a fact. I understand he ain't perfect, and I ain't perfect, and you ain't perfect, and I ain't going to pass judgment on him one way or another.
Well, he might not be perfect, and I ain't either, but when I try to be nice and ask and be polite and try to extend my greetings to him, and then somebody just don't have nothing to do with it, and it's like that there, I don't play that bull crap. I just don't play it. I ain't going to, ain't got to.
Yeah, there's a dial on your radio.
Yeah, I don't think, honestly, William, that he hears you. If you may double with somebody, he don't hear you, because I've never known Jerry not to acknowledge somebody in there. He's not that kind of person. There was a bunch in here talking, he might not acknowledge you or something, but there's a lot of people in there. I don't think he does that intentionally, William. I think you're misjudging him on that.
I'm not trying to misjudge nobody, because I waited till he got clear, so I knew he would hear me. I don't have as much power as y'all do, but I tried my best to get my point across. But I'll just leave it alone. Y'all do what y'all want to. I ain't for a while.
Oh, well, don't take it wrong, because I'm not trying to say anything against you one way or another. You have a right to opinions, just same as everybody else. So don't misunderstand what I'm telling you. But I just can only tell you that from my own personal relationship and in talking to Jerry and dealing with him on and off the radio, he's one of the finest people I've ever met.
Yeah, I have to say that too. I've been knowing him a long time. He's a good guy. I mean, we all piss each other off sometime or another, but I mean, I'm like this. I've been a lot of frequencies over the years that people don't give me a warm welcome, or they don't talk. It might not be done purposely, and it might be, but if I don't feel like I'm not welcome, I move somewhere else, or I'll just try to work harder and make it work. But everybody has to make their own decision on what they're going to do.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that William, that you're not a fine person too. I know you are. I've talked to you on and off the radio, and I know you're a good person too. So now you need to bury that and just forget it and let it go, because it's not there's nothing meant. I'm sure there's not anything meant towards you personally in any shape, form, or fashion. K4WO. Okay, we're just dropping from there then. 84.
Roger, amen. KN4ZZ.
N4 DEK. In the group.
Hello, Marie again. Where'd you go, Marie?
I don't know. I think she signed out, didn't she?
No, she came back in here.
Yeah, I heard her for a little bit. She's in and out anyway. She's busy probably doing a little of this and doing a little of that, probably getting prepped up for this week's work.
She ain't selling a lot of air conditioners right now, I don't believe.
No, I imagine she's doing a lot of heat, man. A lot of people still got oil heaters and gas heaters. A lot of people don't run heat pumps like I do.
Wait a minute, did you say heating or eating?
Heating. Figuring doing maybe job site concept estimates and stuff. Heating.
Yeah.
She does a lot of eating too. I'm sure she likes steak too.
Yeah, I'm sure she's probably fitting that eating in there somewhere.
Roger.
KJ4HL. I'm still here. I just don't know what to make all this. I didn't know if I need to come in here and say anything or anything.
Get them squared away, Marie. Get them squared away.
Yeah, we're all good.
We're just picking on you now.
I know. Heating. We're doing a lot of heating. Got 3 jobs on the table.
Oh, good deal.
You doing heat pumps, gas packs, or what?
Mostly gas.
Roger. Mostly natural gas or LP?
Natural. We're not going to do no more LP.
Really? Why not?
Don't want us to. And personally, there's too much issue with that stuff. When it gets cold like this, they don't work good.
No, they sure don't. Nothing beats 130, 140 degree coming out of that vent versus 98, maybe 100, maybe a little over 100 degree.
Well, LP will do it, but it takes a lot of gas, and I've had a lot of customers complaining about, well, the gas man came by here and filled up this tank, and man, it's just been killing us. $450 this time and $450 next time.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people love that heat though, but they got to pay for that bill. I believe I heard someone here tonight say they were paid over $2 and something a gallon for their LP.
Yeah, $900 something to fill it.
Yeah, that's a lot of moolah, you know.
Somebody I was talking to earlier.
Yeah, I think I was in here too.
None of it cheap, boys. I'll get a $450 electric bill or $500 electric bill. I guarantee you any day now. I'm waiting on it.
I haven't seen mine, but boy, I looked at the electrical website. Boy, I did 80 kilowatt hours just yesterday. Normally I'm running about 50, sometimes 40, 30.
Well, you ain't got it. I don't think you got as big a thing to heat as I got over here, and I've got 2 of the bedrooms turned off. I mean, I got the vents closed and everything in them 2 bedrooms.
I'm heating up 2,100 square foot down here.
Well, I'm running close to the same. I'm running 2,000 every bit of it down here, and the upstairs, you can forget it.
Yeah, a good thing about this place is it's got 6-inch walls with insulation, so most of these places are only 4-inch.
See, I'm sitting out here talking on this radio, and I got this stupid nichrome wire heater going every time I'm out here, and you know how that is, so that ain't helping.
No, yeah, that's what we were talking earlier. That you pay one or the other. I was kind of curious about the oil heater, if it was better efficiency wise than the regular old standard regular heat strip nichrome 1500 watt heat strip.
Well, you'll like it better. I mean, it's warmer heat actually, and it's a lot safer than that darn nichrome wire heater. I guarantee you, Leighton. But now it does take a while to warm up, but it'll hold. You go in that bedroom where Diane is, she's got it 90 degrees in there all the time.
Wow, that's almost like Jamaican weather.
Well, what are you talking about? A diesel heater?
Yeah, we were talking about regular space heaters.
You know, the ones with the oil in them. The ones with the oil in them look like a radiator.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. They give off heat longer than a regular space heater. But just to clarify, fuel oil is the highest BTU per gallon than natural gas or propane. Fuel oil furnace puts out more BTUs per gallon than anything.
Yeah, I think the temperature is normal at 145 degree, 140. I think gas used to be about 130, 135.
But ain't fuel oil more dangerous?
Yeah. Well, it all depends on which one you got. I know not many people use fuel oil because you got those big guns, those high voltage with the high voltage probes, and it shoots the oil through there with the different type of degree nozzle into the heat exchanger. But I know it can be more expensive. It all depends on the price of fuel oil.
Yeah, I don't have any experience with fuel oil. The other things I do, but I'm ignorant of fuel oil.
Roger.
Now, they got fuel oil in North Carolina. At least they used to have a lot of it. And all up the eastern seaboard, New Jersey, some parts of New York. And up in there, use a lot of fuel oil furnaces.
I know in my area, I know up in New York, up in New England, it used to be a big thing with fuel oil. But I've been hearing the way they're tightening down on the EPA's tightening up on that stuff. A lot of people are using heat pumps up there. And heat pumps just doesn't work quite as good because it stays so cold up there. But I know down here, back in the day, in the 70s, 60s, and 60s, 70s, and 80s, they used to use a lot of fuel oil, but they phased them out about mid-80s. Now everybody's pretty much on heat pump now.
You better have 10 kW heat and 5 kW secondary.
Well, believe it or not, my house is so efficient. I was shocked when I had it. My manufactured house, I had two 5 kW strips. I've got a 3-ton unit, and it's only got one 5 kW strips, and it can run you out of here. Believe it or not, that's how efficient this house is.
Yeah. Well, I mean kilowatts, not kilowatts.
Yeah, my unit in this one's got 3 ton. It's a 3-ton train, and it's got one 5 kW strip, and it can run you out of here. But it all depends, because after, it used to be 35 degrees. I think it's a little better now because of the pressures are better on are much better on the new types of Freon. They bump the pressures up. They can actually do a lot more heat because of that, and dissipate more heat, get rid of more heat, or the load. They've come a long way with multiple speed compressors. I think it's probably dropped down a lot more than that now. I've heard it's way down below, but old school used to be about 35 degrees.
Yeah, I made my own ducts and everything for this house out of fiberglass board, 1-inch thick. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, now we got 1.5 and 2.
Yeah, I know there's some new Freon that's come out. They have to change. It's gotten so high pressure, they had to change, I think, from regular copper coils. They moved to like a steel type coil where they can hold the pressure.
Yeah, for 410A, now we got R32 and R454.
Yep, Roger. Yeah, I know the pressures are getting super duper high, and they did away with the conventional copper coils and they went with the steel coil. But when with those high pressures like that, you can actually it's more efficient, and you can actually, the heat pump works better in lower temperatures. But after normally you get to that certain point, then the heat strips kick in, your efficiency goes to pot then.
Yeah, I tell you why those mini splits are so efficient even in the winter, is those are inverter fed heat pumps, and they raise the speed of the compressor up and down, whereas the bigger old compressor, stroke compressor, runs one speed. Now you got some 2 speeds that work good, but that inverter mini split heat pump, it'll speed up for higher load and slow down for less load, and they do really, really good. The fan also speeds up and down.
I'm really surprised the way the price of stuff has gotten. I'm surprised they haven't put variable frequency drives on those different types of motors. I'm sure they probably have on some of them, and I bet they work good too. They switched over to variable frequency drives on a lot of the new stuff.
Yeah, on commercial stuff, they sure have.
Yeah, that would be nice to see it come. The way things are getting expensive, it come down on the residential. It would work good too, and they're pretty. Most of them are pretty efficient too. It's just if the drive will normally last if it's taken care of, it'll last forever.
Well, I have experience with anhydrous ammonia and glycol wash coil systems, and that's what my experience lies in 25 below and 65 below zero.
Yeah, a lot of people too are doing the new thermo type units, and they say they work fairly good, but a lot of people don't want to dig up their yards. And they don't want to worry about water leaks and all that stuff, because I think it's not a closed system unit. You have to have water makeup on it, and you can get pretty fancy with some of that stuff.
Freezing on down on there close to the bedrock or at the bedrock.
Oh yeah.
You're pulling 57 degrees.
Y'all talking over my head again.
Cam 4ZZ at 54 after the hour.
N4DEK.
AC4XD.
Well,
Gotta go check on Sharon, boys. I better go do it. And I better get out of here. So y'all have a good night. KA4WYO.
All right, we'll catch you later, Ron. Have a good night, man. We'll talk to you till the next time. Tell the wife we said hi. I hope she's doing well.
Good night to you, Ron.
how about you, Ron? Good night to everyone else. I'm also doing the same thing. So I'll say good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And stay warm, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll catch it all and start all over again. KM4GQ, down South Florida. Good night, guys.
All right, we'll catch you later, Gibbons. Thanks for stopping by. Come on back. Good to hear you at 710's doing this number.
Good night to you, Lee.
Old Flecko, $5,000 sounding the same, but I'm not holding my breath. Catch you later, Can4ZZ. Till the next time.
All right, 73, guys. Good night.
I want to get in there and somebody tell me about the differences between the different grades, 34, 54, and all these other different grades on this cooling stuff. So I want to understand what's the difference. So we'll get into that another time. K4WO.
Okay, Ron. See y'all, everybody. Leighton. See you later on. Y'all have a great night. And talk to you tomorrow. KJ4IHL.
Good night to you, Murray.
Have a good night. Thanks for the chat. We'll do it again. Can4ZZ. Have a good one. Be safe.
Good night.
Can you hear me, Leighton?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Oh, okay. I just wondered if it's working.
Oh, you kind of down and out there for a little bit, but you're back up there.
I wonder what looks like it's doing okay.
Broad.
Were you calling me, Jim?
Hey, Marie.
Oh, sorry. Everybody was doubling on you. Have a good night and take care.
Hey, Murray.
Yeah, go ahead.
How about you don't mind texting me your phone number, please?
Yeah, I think I got yours.
If you don't, I'll give it to you right now.
Let me see.
Leighton, you checking out?
No, I'm hanging.
Say again, Murray.
I have it in my log.
If you don't mind sending that to me, I appreciate it. Thank you. K473.
You gone, Willie P?
I'm going to just sit here and coffee in the mill and chill out.
All right, bud.
See you later.
Well, if you get out of there, good night to you if I don't talk to you before then.
It's almost 12 o'clock. I got 3 more mics, and I'm out of here myself.
3 more mics. How long is a mic?
1 minute.
1 minute, okay. I wondered that the other night when you said that to somebody. I said, well, how long is a mic?
Yeah, one mic is 1 minute.
A mic a minute.
Did you make that up, or is that some kind of technical term or something?
Military uses some of that.
Okay.
Like they say there are 4 clicks out.
Uh-huh.
They say also they say 4 mics. They're 4 minutes.
Okay.
ATA 4 minutes.
It's like a click, huh? I'm going to go ahead and sign out to you. Don, we'll catch you tomorrow. Leighton, good night to you. We'll catch y'all later on. This AC4XD signing clear. Good night, gentlemen.
All right, we'll catch you later, Jerry Lee. 73's, bud. Until the next time, Ken 4ZZ. Have a good day tomorrow.
Good night, Jerry.
Good night, Jerry. I hope you sleep well, you and your wife. God bless you. You poor wife. I know you had to hear that.
Good night there, Jerry Lee. 10-4 DMD. That you, old Jimbo, you got your amp off, and are you the wrong antenna, or you running QRP?
No, I got my amp off. I haven't turned it on yet.
Roger.
Trying to save on my power bill.
I heard that. Well, that might be something wise these days. I got a feeling we all going to be paying next month's bill be much higher.
My old receiver sitting here idling. I could use the heat in the shack, so I'm letting her run.
I heard that.
Thank God for budget billing.
Yeah, tell me about it. That's what I'm on too. Been on it for 20-some years. You're right. It helps. It definitely helps out.
Well, I tell you what.
What's that, Leighton?
Kind of like Willie P. It's a budget billing for your local co-op. I'm on a co-op here, and what happens, they average your bill through the whole year, and you pay pretty much the same price during each month. That way you know what you're paying each month. Instead of one month it might be $100, and the next month it might be $400, Roger? Yeah, okay.
December, and then they make up the difference.
Yep, Roger. Mine has changed a little bit over the years, but it's pretty much stayed the same, and I'm kind of like Willie P. I'm glad I jumped on that program long ago. When I know what my bills are every month, it's a lot better than if you don't. You know, you might be, like I say, it might be more one month and might be less the next month, and then at the end of the year, if you owe a certain amount of money, they'll give it off the next bill, or you'll pay the difference more. Normally, I'll either get a check or they'll pay half of my electric bill the following month when it's called a true-up time.
Roger.
They were Georgia Power. If they have a overage or whatever, because if you don't use as much power, I just tell them to just keep the money in the reserves for me. That way my bill will still be the same, but I have something in reserve.
Yeah, Roger. It's pretty much the same principle, but they've changed it some over the years on my co-op. I like being on co-op. I'm nothing against Duke Power, but Duke Power, and we all buy our electricity from Duke Power, at least in my area down there where you're at, Willie P. Georgia Power is the main supplier, but we buy our power, but a lot of times they buy so much they get a discount, and they buy it at a cheaper rate, so our rates are a little cheaper. And plus, it's a co-op, you don't have all the, you don't have to have the stock or shareholders. You don't have to try to make them all the money because it's owned by all the members.
Our electric co-op here's got a plan, and some people renting or whatever. You can go in and give them so many dollars, they'll turn the electricity on, and when you use that up, they turn it off. If you don't go in and give them more money, you can pay ahead of time as far as the rural thing is concerned. And I'm not here in the county. I'm in a rural setting. But still, I'm on Georgia Power, and they won't allow me to get the internet through Georgia Power.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I know. They try that here too. Back in the day, do you remember BPL? When they were talking about broadband over the power lines, they tried that, but they said it wouldn't work so good. But yeah, luckily our co-op don't offer that here. But I have heard some of them do. They offer like internet and phone coverage. Different ones have different things, you know.
Yeah, one here's got offer. I think phone service is $25 a month, and the basic internet about $50 a month. I've got their fiber internet, and I'm really, really happy with it.
Yeah, we haven't got fiber. They're talking about running it, and we've got fiber running to the what they call the PO. I reckon it's called the old pot line, plain old telephone service box, and that's the only place. But they don't have everything from there out to there is copper, but we can only get certain internet speeds, and it also depends how close you are to the box there, the pot line. But they're talking about more people are getting involved with running fiber optic up to everybody's house, which, like you can pretty much get unlimited speed with fiber.
Yeah, well, that fiber comes right up to my house, just outside the wall here where I'm sitting is where it converts to, converts to copper. And but this electric co-op here has made the internet available to everybody that's got electricity. They run a fiber close enough to the house, but they may be having enough trouble getting enough workers to install and keep it. I understand now. Right now, if you want the internet, it takes them. It's a while before they get you hooked up. But I hooked up just as soon as they would furnish it here.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I don't blame you. I wish we had the option here. I would rather be on fiber myself, but I can't complain. My bill ain't too bad. It's about $50 a month, and I've been pretty happy.
I didn't really have anything worthwhile to option or a time or two. Well, at least once I had the satellite internet. It was limited to how much you could download, and it's slow to crawl. And with this here, it's totally unlimited. And I don't have any need for, well, I just want to watch TV anyway, a regular TV, but I don't have a need for an outdoor antenna. I can find all the local channels, and there's so darn much you can watch with a modern television set, and then hook on to, and it's totally wireless. You got a Roku TV, you don't have to be running any antenna cables.
Yep, Roger. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna get on out of here. Y'all have a wonderful evening or morning. We'll catch y'all maybe tomorrow sometime. And good to hear everybody's doing well, and look to the next time. KN4ZZ. Good night, everybody, and shift and see.
Roger, I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm showing 25 degrees right at the present time. Anyway, 7 feet. God bless each and every one. 84Y. Yeah, I need to hang up here. I've been listening to y'all all night, but not throwing in a lot of comments. But yeah, I need to get to sleep and get ready for a new day tomorrow. KE4KO. See y'all.
Going away for a couple weeks, at least not coming on this frequency. Think about yourself and what you're doing, and come on back. Apologize, and we'll let you join the group, and you can be part of a productive discussion. And I would challenge you to do that. My fear is you're not up to that challenge. You'll back away and continue with your childish ways. But hope springs eternal, and I hope you wake up and smell the coffee. Anyway, Jesse, thank you for running the net, and God bless everybody on the Freedom Net. KG4ZXC, K9IQB.
Okay, very good, Kirk. K9IQB. Itchy Coated Blanket. Well, hey, Kirk, well, thank you for being here, and
we really appreciate your comments and your input as well, sir. And you're welcome anytime here on the FreedomNet, and we always enjoy your input. All right, thank you, sir, and we'll try to catch you Saturday night. So if you check out Kirk before we get to say 73 to you, sir. All right, and I'm going to let everybody else know what I was getting ready to say, Kirk, before you leave is trunk derangement syndrome. Now, I don't think they quite came up with a cure yet. They're still working on the mRNA vaccine for that. So hopefully the guy can get vaccinated. Maybe that'll help him out. Thank you, Kirk. Anything else before we move on, sir?
No, sir. Thanks again, Jesse, for a great net. Appreciate it. KG4ZX3 K9IQB.
All right, 73s, Kirk, and I'll take a pause and let everybody say 73s.
Good night, Kirk. It's always a pleasure. KA8JOY.
73s, Kirk, FSR.
73s, Kirk, KK4WA.
Good night, Kirk. KI4JCZ.
Good night, Kirk. God bless. NW4 we'll talk soon.
Good night, gentlemen.
All right, and thank you again, Kirk. All right, thank you, guys. And once again, this is Kilo Golf number 4, Zulu, X-Ray, and a Charlie. And this is the FreedomNet. Moving down the list to W4MTE. John down in Hazelhurst, Georgia. Good evening, John. He's putting couldn't catch all you wrote there, John, but I'm going back to read it here in a minute. So, getting Trump in office, he says, we have only begun to fight. And amen to that, John. So, thank you for joining us. John in Hazelhurst, W4MTE, we're clear with you. And let's see, Kilo Charlie 1, Papa Lima Victor in Rhode Island. John in Cumberland, Rhode Island. How about it, sir? Okay, not hearing nothing from John, so we'll check John out. So KC1, Papa Lima Victor, clear with you. We're going to hand it over to Robert. KAJLY, can you holler out to Richard and see if you can pick him up better?
I will give it a try. It's only 4 counties away from me, but KC8, JFP, Mr. Richard, KA8JOY. I know you talked, but I got to tell you, I copied only the fact that there was some audio. I am so sorry. If there's something you'd like to tell us, put it in the window, and we will read it. KC8, JFP, KA8JOI. Yes, Jesse, I'll give it back to you.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Robert. And that is KA8JY, Saturday Night Moderator, doing a relay for me, trying to get a hold of Mr. Richard. Richard, you are definitely a little bit light. I know you said you're working on a new antenna and a radio there. So hopefully you still got some tweaking to do, but we'll look forward to catching you again soon. So, Mr. Richard in Leavittsburg, Ohio, KC8 JFP, thanks for riding along with us. And once again, this is Kilo Golf number 4, Zulu X-Ray Charlie. And This is the Freedom Net. We're at the bottom of the list. Do we have any last-minute late check-ins or anybody else that would like to join us?
Come on, Grumbler, give us your call. Guess not, Jesse.
Yeah, okay. It's a heck of a note there. All right, thank you, Robert, for reaching out. And once again, this is Kilo Golf number 4 Zulu X-Ray Charlie, and we're heading up to the top of the list for the Freedom Net and the 73 rounds. So let's see, what did I pick out for the 73 round, guys? Well, yeah. This is a pretty good article. I don't want to cover and take too much time out, but this comes off the Gateway Pundits, guys. Pastor Sewell pleads for Trump and the elected leaders to have courage to address voter fraud, like evidence he and activist Raymond Jackson uncovered in Detroit. They got a video going on here with this. I can post this in the AM window for everybody to view, and it's pretty good, guys. So when President Trump visited Detroit on June 15th, Pastor Lorenzo Sewell invited him to speak at his 180th church. Democrats and Democrat media allies criticized Sewell for daring to allow President Trump to speak to members of his church. Despite the attacks on him by Democrat activist Pastor Sewell defends President Trump's visit, pointing out that Trump is the only man who represents all the people for him to come here. He's saying regardless of politics, people matter. Pastor Sewell told Owens News outlet. So, since the visit in the summer, President Trump has maintained his relationship with Pastor Lorenzo. Pastor Sewell even spoke at many of his rallies, so it should come to no surprise that President Trump has asked a brave pastor to pray at his inauguration. His fiery prayer rocked the rotunda and stirred the souls of the millions who watched. So I thought that was quite interesting. This guy really speaks a lot of great truth, guys. Anyway, I'll post the link in the AM window for you who would like to view it, and hopefully you guys will check it out. Alright, anyway, once again, this is Kilo Golf number 4 Zulu X-Ray Charlie for the Freedom Net, and this is the 73 round. So let's go ahead and kick it off to Mr. Gary, KB8UGP. Hand it over to you, sir.
Hi, this is KB8UGP at the Freedom Net there. I'll tell you what, I watched that inauguration there, and, speaking about these pastors and stuff, that one young black pastor there at the inauguration, wow, man, I tell you what, that guy was exhilarating just to listen to. He is a southern black pastor there, and he did not read off no cue card or nothing there. All them other pastors, they had to keep calling them out and everything, what they could say. That one black pastor, I mean, he'd get ready to rip off a death house, I'm telling you. But I was watching all that going on there. Whole board saying there, but I'm going to say something right now. It's like, always going there. It ain't over yet until the fat lady sings there. That's how the old thing goes. And I'm going to keep my eye on the media, because the media is still out there to attack Trump. They're going to do everything they can. And I like to see some kind of like the media, they're evil. But, it's not going to happen, because the left there, the deep state.
The deep state, ooh.
They're going to keep fighting and jabbing. Well, he's in office there. And here's
here's another thing, too. I just wonder how many, if they're going to pass any bills at all, the Democrats, go to agree on it, because they was so hell-bent in trying to keep Trump from getting in office. They didn't pass no bills hardly at all. Biden, the only thing he could do is executive orders. That's all he could do. And that when you don't pass bills, that's what the president does. They'll start doing executive orders there, and that's what the idiot Biden done. Well, it's Obama. Obama's puppet. That's what he is. He just got a. You heard the old term blackface? That's what you call whiteface right there by Obama. They're using whiteface puppet. The things that was going on there, the swamp's going to be drained, and I hope they take them all out and get rid of them there, because they need to be really, someone needs to take over and take the helm there. And Trump could be the one that's going to have to do it. But we all need to pray for it, because the man that ain't got started yet. He's starting that war to get rid of the illegals in this country and these other idiot bills that they try to But his days of office, he only got 4 years, it's hard to get anything done.
Yo, mama.
So, he's going to have a road to a hoe there in that 4 years.
Let's talk about Elon. Whoever sees us, us being an illegal.
Your mama.
You might as well sit in the corner there and just give your call, because you're done. They're done.
Your mama.
So that's a whole dumb deal now. So you might as well just
Your mama.
about it, because he ain't going to do no good. It's like this. It's like a crazy man talking to a mirror, talking to himself. So I'm
Your mama.
turn it back to that there and
Your mama.
and hope that
Elon, mama.
Trump, that we get this country straightened back out. So I'm
Dude.
Elon's an illegal.
Hey, very good there, Gary. KB8UGP and the Great Freedom Net. This is Kilo Golf number 4, Zulu X-Ray Anna Charlie out of the Vote Fraud State of Pennsylvania once again for the Great Freedom Net. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate you being here. And we'll always enjoy your comments, sir. All right, once again, this is the Freedom Net. Let's go ahead and see if the Tony is still with us. KE8ADV. Tony, ringing your coax.
Your mama.
Y'all.
KE8ADV. How about it there, Tony? You still around?
Your mama.
Okay, hearing nothing from Tony, K8ADV, and let's go ahead and pick up K8JY. Let's go ahead and pick up my partner in crime. Come on in, 7-3 round, Robert.
Alrighty, I guess Grumbler's got a hairdryer. He's warming up his dick. He's going to tell his wife dinner's ready. Western Journal, Trump urged to continue his pardon spree for 21 peaceful pro-life activists persecuted by the Biden DOJ. After 4 years of the most tyrannical administration in American history, President Donald Trump faces a task. He must move quickly to right the grievances wronged by the former resident, Joe Biden, Department of Justice. Of course, not even Trump with his legacy work ethic has enough hours in the day to achieve this immediately, but he will get there, for no American president has ever understood prosecution better than he has, and he has historical examples to guide him. I hope Grumbler's just blabbing away. To illustrate both the urgency of Trump's task and depth of the Biden DOJ's depravity, consider, for instance, the contents of the January 14th letter to the then incoming president introducing petitions for pardon of 21 peaceful pro-life advocates. The letter originated from the Thomas More Society, which has characterized itself as a national public interest law firm defending life, family, and freedom. We represent peaceful pro-life Americans, some of whom were unjustly imprisoned
and others unjustly convicted by the Biden administration Department of Justice for demonstrating in abortion facilities. The letter read, adding that those peaceful demonstrations, quote, are richly deserving of full and unconditional pardon. Trump, of course, has already kept his campaign promises by issuing many high-profile pardons. I'll have to stop there because, you know, this judge apparently stopped his pardon. And it's my knowledge that a pardon is unconditional. The president has unconditional power. So that judge is definitely out of line. But I'll continue for the article. On Monday, for instance, he pardoned more than 1,500 Americans prosecuted and imprisoned by the diabolical Biden DOJ in connection with the Capitol insurrection or so-so insurrection of January 6th. Then on Tuesday, Trump fulfilled a campaign pledge to libertarians when he pardoned Ross Ulbricht. According to the Libertarian News magazine and website, Ulbricht increased the wrath of President Barack Obama's DOJ after creating a Silk Road, a dark web drug workplace that facilitated $1.2 billion in Bitcoin demonstrated transactions. The president agreed with the libertarians and found Albright's case compelling. The scum that worked to convict him were some of the lurches who were involved in the modern-day weaponization of government against me. He was given 2 life sentences plus 40 years. Ridiculous, the president wrote Tuesday on his social media platform. The gentleman has served 12 years, and he was given a pardon. So with that, Jesse, good net. I'm glad Grumbler is in there because it's amazing how a man who says he isn't a Trump supporter will take time out of his busy schedule to sit there and listen. Kind of interesting. With that being said, I'll pass it back to you. KHJY, back to KG4, the X and the C.
Hi, very good there, Robert. KAHJOY and the Great Net. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here, and thank you for running the net logger and keeping things organized. And once again, this is Kilo Golf number 4, Zulu X-Ray and a Charlie out of the voter for the state of Pennsylvania, down here in beautiful Dixieland. Let's go ahead and pick up Dan the Man in W4NS. Mr. Dan, 73 round.
KG4ZX3 and W4NS, Freedom Net. Thank you, Mr. Jesse, and I don't have anything else to say tonight. I'm not going to get into the Mama Wars, so I'm just going to wish everybody a wonderful rest of your week. God bless each one of you, and keep your head on a swivel. Like Gary said, this thing ain't over yet. We got a long way to go, but we're off to a good start. So just remember, God's in control. So, with that said, stay frosty, and hang out till we close the doors. So, back to you, Mr. Jeff. This is NW4NS.
Okay, very good, Dan. NW4NS and the Great Net. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here tonight, and appreciate all your great comments. All right, moving down the list, that was NW4NS out of Virginia. Clear with him. And let's pick up KI4JCZ, Mike in South Carolina on the other side of the state. Mike, come on in. 73 round, sir.
Okay, Jess, thank you very much. This is KI4JCZ, Mike out of South Carolina. Well, right now I'm kind of looking through some articles, and there's a lot going on. An awful lot going on, and I'm kind of having difficulty picking one that's of any real value. We all know what's going on. We've all heard the border has been blocked. There's been lawsuits filed, and people are starting to get upset again. Let's see. What was I just talking about? The ratings on all the alphabet soup networks are in the toilet. You know, they might as well just go ahead and hang it up. Matter of fact, I can't remember who was mentioning FCC reinstating the complaints against them for improper election coverage and not doing their job and their commitment to be transparent with the public at large. But I think that was Commissioner Carr who actually testified before Congress on that very point. I think in the first, let's see, here it is, it's Thursday now, but being a lot did not get done on Monday in the last 2 days. I think that we should be rather pleased with our newly elected president, and hopefully he will continue. And all of these things that we have talked about, especially these pardons and the challenges and to these pardons, yes, I agree 100%. They need to go ahead and start prosecuting these people, let them scream, oh, but I was pardoned, and let it go to the courts and let them define the parameters of a pardon once and for all. That way, there can be no abuse of authority. I mean, come on. 8,064 pardons? That is ridiculous. 8,064 pardons. On top of what he did going out the door. Wow. I mean, I don't think that you could get a written confession of giving aid and comfort to the enemy that would be any more damning than the action of 8,064 pardons. So there you have it. I don't have an article that I'm going to read, but so I'm just going to leave it at that. I think we're in for a good show, that's for sure. So grab your popcorn, and like Dan said, stay frosty, keep your eye on the ball. We're here to finish the job, and we'll be here. So let's everybody just take heed to what's actually going on. Know, like we always do, be prepared for anything and everything. So let's enjoy the moments, and hopefully they'll get even better. KG4ZXC, KI4JCZ, back to you.
Okay, very good there, Mike. KI4JCZ and the great FreedomNet, and we appreciate you being here as well, and all the great comments and information you bring to the table. Yeah, my biggest concern right now is, getting China out from the Panama Canal. Trump made it clear. He sent Marco Rubio down there, by the way, and he's gonna jump in their crap, I believe, and remind them about the treaty. And they have nothing they can do about it except accept it and go on their merry way. But anyway, that's for another time. But let's just see what happens. Thanks, Mike, KI4JCZ and the FreedomNet. Let's go ahead and clear with Mike in South Carolina. Waving our hand at Scott and Send Mahoney, N3LVG, W3NV, my buddy in Roston. Mike, thanks for being here. And Mr. Russ, KK4WX. I'm going to go hand it off to you next, Russ, so in Southern Georgia. So come on in, sir. And what do you got for the 7-3 round?
All right, Jesse. KG4ZXC and the FreedomNet, K4WX in Southern Georgia. Well, some good comments as usual, and I'm just going to comment to South Carolina Mike. Yeah, I mentioned that about the
FCC new guy, the car, I think it's Brendan Carr or whatever, I mentioned that about that story last round, but anyway, that is really some good news, and obviously we got a new sheriff in town. Here's something else. I hope if somebody else touched on it, pardon me for repeating it, but it's been so many things that Trump has done, and I'm talking about right on the first day, Monday. I mean, it's just been amazing at all the stuff that he was able to accomplish. But it says here, this was a story that came out today, and I believe you touched on it too, Mike, a little bit, but you didn't go into a lot of detail. It says Trump signs an executive order suspending migrant entry at the southern border. This is put out by Newsmax. It says on Wednesday, January 22nd, President Donald Trump has halted arrivals of refugees already cleared to enter the United States, according to a memo seen Wednesday, as he quickly pursues a sweeping crackdown on migration. Following an executive order signed Monday, hours after Trump took office, all previously scheduled travel of refugees to the United States is being canceled, said a State Department email to groups working with new arrivals. All I can say is, hooray! Hallelujah! I mean, come on, folks. We got enough people. We don't need any more. I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, none of these people, they're just wanting to come here and get on the system, and they're looking for handouts or whatever they can get from the United States. They don't plan on contributing anything aside from what this crazy so-called bishop at that church tried to say this morning. But anyway, it says okay, I said following an executive order signed Monday, hours after Trump took office, all previously scheduled travel of refugees to the United States is being canceled. It says the memo asked the UN International Organization for Migration not to move refugees to transit centers, and said that all processing on cases has also been suspended. Refugees already resettled in the United States will continue to receive services as planned, it said. Trump, in each of his presidential campaigns, has run on promises to crack down on undocumented immigration. But the refugee move also targets a legal pathway for people fleeing wars, persecution, and disasters. In his executive order, he said he was suspending refugee admissions as of January 27th and ordered a report on how to change the program, in part by giving greater involvement to states and local jurisdictions, which he said were being inundated. It also revoked his predecessor Joe Biden's decision to consider the impact of climate change in refugee admissions. Okay, the article goes on here and speaks about Rubio and this and that, but I think I'm going to end it there. And I just wanted to comment too, right quick. This malicious interference that you can barely hear in the background. The one you call the Grumbles or something. I mean, this guy, he ain't got it. I mean, really, most everybody is just, I mean, I can't even hardly tell he's there. It's kind of like an insect down here that we have come out in the summertime. It's called a gnat. You know, it's just buzzing around a little bit. That's about it. But obviously he can't build a very good station or antenna or anything else, which sort of reflects what the ARRL has put on all of us as legitimate amateur radio operators. And you know, this is a thing that, you know, used to you had to know a little bit of something, and amateurs like to build things, antennas, and even radios and amplifiers and all kind of things. And the ARRL, all they were concerned about is numbers. And sadly to say, they've turned this thing into one big CB band, you know, CB, Citizens Band. Most anybody can get one of these amateur radio licenses now. I mean, they've practically given them away. They give out the questions, they give out the answers. I mean, could you imagine back? I mean, I got a college degree. I don't know how many of you guys got one. It really doesn't matter, but it doesn't. You know, even a high school test or a college exam or anything. Could you imagine going and being given the answers? I mean, given the questions and answers word for word. I mean, word for word. Could you imagine getting something like that? I mean, gosh, I would have been an easily 4.0 grade point average. But I mean, you got these little gnats in there like that, and they're sick. These people are sick, but that's about all I'm gonna. Cause it seems like the more you comment on them, you know, the more they get encouraged or stirred up. But really, this guy, he is a nothing. I mean, he doesn't know how to build anything. He doesn't know how to make an antenna. He doesn't know how to get out his signal at all. He's just a little old gnat. KG4ZXC, thank you for letting me in and running the net there, Jesse, from K4WX, Southern Georgia, over.
Hey, very good, Russ. KK4WX on the Great Freedom Net. Well, you're coming in, Lima Charlie, loud and clear there, Russ, and thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing that piece of information with us. And, oh, by the way, Russ, I wanted to mention this earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and mention it now just for the simple fact that I think it needs to be addressed. One thing I never did understand, you know, you have all these, what do you call it, anchor babies, birthright people that think they belong here, even if they came in through DACA or whatever, you know. It amazes me, even these DACA people, they knew it was a problem years ago, and immediately, if you know you have the chance of being deported because you're illegal, you should automatically sign up for citizenship. I mean, go through the classes, do the right thing. You're already here. Well, why can't you try to make yourself a citizen since you know you were born here, brought here illegally to begin with? And I never did understand why these people can't just go ahead and fill out the paperwork and do it the right way. Since they're already here there, Russ. Anyway, I'm going to hand it over to you just briefly to give me your comment. Over to you, sir.
Well, you're absolutely right, Jesse. And something else that I've heard time and time again was that the so-called Latinos that's already here that are citizens, and the ones that came in the right way, legally and all. You ever heard the fact that they are the ones that they're just as much against this illegal immigration as anybody else. I mean, they were able to do it, and they waited in line. They done it legally, and they don't like to see anybody get something, easier or freer or whatever. I mean, they want people to have to go through the same identical thing that they had to go through. And that's pretty much the way it is on anything. Wouldn't you say, Jesse? I mean, why would you want to reward bad behavior? It just doesn't make sense. Besides, if you're here illegally, do you realize you've just squandered or you've screwed up your chances of ever becoming a citizen? Supposedly, if you're here illegally and you get run out of the country, then you're marked from then on, and then you'll never become a citizen. I mean, you're obviously a lawbreaker. So, we don't want people like that. We want people. If we're going to have immigrants, we want good immigrants. We want people who are law-abiding and can contribute to society and to the well-being of this country. KG4ZXC from KK4WX.
Well, Russ, you would think that would be the case, and you're right. All these, all the ones who made it here legally and came through the proper channels, they do have a right to be pissed off. But anyway, that's a great story there, Russ. They do. Thank you. Appreciate you being here, Russ. Always a pleasure hearing from you down there in the great state of Georgia. That is, and I'll go ahead and sign off with you, Russ. So KK4WX and the Great Freedom Net. So, Russ, thanks for being here tonight. You're sounding great. Let's go ahead and move down the list to John in Yale, KB8QFO in Michigan. Good evening again, John. Thanks for joining us here on the Freedom Net. Always a pleasure seeing you, sir. Next on the list is Sauna Mike, K8FSR. Sauna Mike, I'm going to hand it over to you. 73 round, sir.
KG4ZXC2E. I've been busy working on a couple things. I don't have an article for the 73 round, but, one thing that you just brought up is, a very good point. If they know that there's the possibility of them being kicked out because, it's this whole birthright citizenship stuff, why wouldn't they move forward and choose the correct way? Maybe it's because they feel entitled. They don't want to assimilate. And so, I don't know, it's just disappointing. Like I said, it goes back to that mentality that started in the Obama administration, that they are entitled. Even though they have no right to it, the Obama administration and the Biden administration have made them feel emboldened and entitled that, I'll get something for free. And it just...
Which is what you get
it just
all
irritates
for free.
You have to work for something if you want it. But they don't even want to work for it. So I have no sympathy for them, and they can kick stones. Everybody cries about how many billions of dollars it's going to cost to fly all these people back. It's like, just move them to the border. Put them on the other side. Let Mexico deal with the problem. Let Canada deal with the problem. They decided to walk, 500 miles, but they show up with clean clothes, an iPhone, come on, man, as Joe would say, come on, man, but not in the summer. I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what happens, and also, I'm glad to see that Trump has designated the cartels as terrorist organizations. either Mexico is going to do something,
Chief
we may end up doing something. And, you know, everybody complaining about all of these troops going to the border. I'm sorry, the last time Trump was in, and even during Biden's administration, we had thousands of additional troops, soldiers, assisting Border Patrol on the border. It wasn't until the Biden administration put a stop to that because, you know, gosh, these guys are slowing down the process.
He was a drug dealer.
So I'm glad to see that that's back and that we're going to crank out more border walls because that was and for everybody those poor people, it's like, wow, I haven't seen you shitbag take one of them in to your house to live with you in the last 4 years. So you have no credibility. Oh wait,
you just said
is the same thing. All right, Jesse, I'm going to turn it back over to you. KG4ZX1CKE8 FSR, back to net.
Okay, very good there, Mike. Appreciate you being a part of net tonight, and good comments. Yeah, well, you know, you got your people out there that think they know better than the others, and you got people like the Democratic Party that's constantly going to scream and cry and bitch and moan and everything. Oh, the sky is falling. Yeah, well, let it fall. Thank you, Mike. K8FSR, Son of Mike, ladies and gentlemen, out of the great state of Michigan. We'll play with you. Let's see, Worldwide Cloud checked out, Tom checked out, Kurt checked out, W4MTE, John, are you still with us? So, good evening again, John, in Hazelhurst. So, John, look forward to catching you Saturday night. Hopefully you'll have that antenna up on then. Let's see, let's go to the Providence of Rhode Island and see if Mr. John is with us. Kilo Charlie 1, Papa Lima Victor. How about it up there in Rhode Island? Okay, not hearing nothing from John, so we'll move on. So let's go ahead and see November Niner Tango in Illinois. Robert, good evening, sir. I'm ringing your coax. Okay, Robert, K8JY, you want to try him?
Yeah, he just jumped into net logger. November 9, Tango. Robert in Bradley, Illinois. Reaching out to say hi and see what your comment is.
Okay, Robert.
Nothing heard.
All right, thank you, Robert. Appreciate you giving it a try. And Robert in Illinois, November Niner Tango. Thanks for joining us, sir. And we're at the bottom of the list, ladies and gentlemen. And this is Kilo Golf 4 Zulu X-Ray Charlie in the Freedom Net. Do we have any late check-ins or last-minute check-ins before we do the closing? Robert, you got anything you would like to add, sir?
No, sir. We will be tomorrow night be in the meet and greet group with Tony.
Alright, I should be available if nothing comes up. So thanks again, guys, and I'll look forward to catching you guys on 3.923 tomorrow night at around 21:30, somewhere around there. So look forward to catching you guys then. And thanks everybody for joining us here on the Freedom Net, all you shortwave listeners, SDR listeners, and everybody else who makes this net possible. So I appreciate everybody's participation. Any final thoughts there, Robert?
No, sir. Good job. Thank you.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, and thanks again for running the net logger. And would you do the honors in closing the net, sir?
I would be happy to. As Jesse closes the window on this night's Freedom Net, Jesse wants to wish Mrs. Calabash a good night wherever she is, as well as a safe night to all the ships at sea. including the U.S. Navy sailors and soldiers that are possibly listening. A special thank you and a rest in peace to Silent Key, Mr. Victor, W1WCR, Mr. Vern, W9FAM, and we cannot forget Jim, KE8INE. It is Jesse's prayer for God to bless this great America. May God bless the incoming Trump administration. May God bless the American soldier, sailor, airman, coast, sea, and marine. May God bless and watch over American armed forces now in the Mediterranean Sea, including all those in the IDF. May God bless our first responders, our police, our fire, our EMS, our nurses, and from the Alabama 40-hour week for a living, may God bless the American worker. This is Kilo Alpha 8, Julian Austin Yankee, saying goodnight and passing it back to our moderator, KG4, the X to the C.
Okay, thank you, Robert, and appreciate you doing all the closing, and I'd like to remind everybody to join us Saturday night, as Mr. Robert will be the Saturday night moderator here on the Freedom Net, so look forward to catching you guys at 2200 hours Saturday, and everybody out there stay safe, and we will catch you then. So thanks all you shortwave listeners, SDR listeners, and all you Freedom Netters out there. So 73s, and God bless this great country, and God save America. And the net is officially closed at 012:54 here on the East Coast.